Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jessica January alongside Erik, Jimson. And tonight we're at St. Paul Como Park where the Cougars will be taking on the Maranatha Christian Academy Mustangs. So let's start with this Mustangs team, Erik. They are 1-0 on the season, and they had a huge win last Friday against Eagle Ridge Academy, defeating them 107-10. Now, that's a lot of points no matter what team you're playing. Last season was their 9th consecutive state appearance, and this season is their first year with new head coach Mike Willman. How does a team like the Mustangs maintain such constant success?
Well, new head coach Mike will have a big shoes to fill. This team is looking to go to state for the 10th straight year, which would be a monumental feat. For them, I'm pretty sure it's all about working the same habits, just being consistent in your work ethic, preaching the same message, and making sure these players are all united and doing the things throughout the year that keeps them on the same track year in and year out.
The St. Paul Como Park Cougars started off their season really hot. They are 4-0 and not looking to slow up anytime soon. They are led by 2 freshmen, Ronnie Porter and Kaylin Asbury, who are nearly averaging 17 points a game. So I think if the Mustangs are trying to steal a road game here, they're going to have to slow down these scores.
Well, that's very impressive with 2 young players to be of their caliber, scoring 17 apiece a game. And they'll be looking to put this team on their back and guide their team to a victory at home. If the Mustangs want to have a chance, they're going to have to be able to at least take one of those players out the game, slow them down, and maybe they'll have a better shot at winning here tonight.
Another key to note here in this matchup is how young these teams are. The Mustangs have 7 underclassmen, including 1 7th grader, and the Cougars have 5 freshmen, including 1 8th grader. So I think if this game gets down to the wire, it's going to be a matter of how poised they can stay and how these upperclassmen are going to lead the younger players.
Well, with both teams being so young, we'll find out tonight which team truly believes in their coach's message. When you have young players of this age, the fundamentals are going to be big-time key in how they interpret their coach's message and display that out on the floor tonight.
All right, we have an exciting matchup on the way. You're watching high school girls basketball.
If you'd like to sponsor a TSP television broadcast, Patreon is the place. Sponsorships start at just $1 a month. Visit patreon.com/TSP television and make a pledge for premier Twin Cities sports coverage.
Grade guard, Chloe Jarnot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you are just joining us, I'm Jessica January alongside Erik, Jimson, and we are here at St. Paul Como Park High School as the Cougars are facing the Maranatha Christian Academy Mustangs tonight in a non-conference matchup.
Sophomore guard, Macy Smith.
Let's start with the Maranatha Mustangs starting lineup. We have number 12, 8th grader Chloe Jarnot. Number 15, senior Kayla Jo Davis, who likes to go by KJ. Number 21, senior Brianna Semstead. Number 23, sophomore Macy Smith. And number 25, senior Kay Shauna Barth Lofton.
Number 23, 8th grade.
St. Paul Como Park starters. We have number 3, sophomore Demaya Riley. Number 23, 8th grader Shania Nichols. Number 24, freshman Kaylin Asbury. Number 25, freshman Chloe Dimchuk. And number 42, freshman Jada James.
The Cougars are coached by Alexis Ray Lawson, assisted by Melinda England.
A big matchup here for Como Park. Like we said earlier, they are 4-0 on the season. They have big wins against Robbinsdale Cooper and Minnehaha already this season. If they're able to add Maranatha to that list, that would be really great for the postseason.
Yeah, and I'm sure regardless of who they're facing tonight, they just want to keep their momentum going. They got their mojo going early on this season. And if any ball club, you always want to just try to keep it going, stick to the habits that you've used so far that's got you to this point, and try to get you another win here tonight.
Another interesting note about this Como Park team, 4 of the core players on this team have been playing AAU together for the last 4 years. and Yolanda Porter, Ronnie's mom, has been coaching them. So I think that's really going to give them an edge that they've been able to play together for so long.
Yeah, it's always better when you can go to battle with people you trust. I'm pretty sure they've built strong bonds over these past few years, spending these countless days and nights together on the court. So I know they have each other's back. They'll trust each other out here on the floor, and that should pay dividends on the result of the game.
All right, and the game is underway here as the Mustangs will take the first offensive possession. Good defense there by Como Park, and they'll push it. That was Jada James with the missed layup there. Macy Smith will bring it up, and she'll get fouled.
Both teams aggressive early, going downhill, attacking the basket, looking for the contact. Como didn't get the call. Maranatha got it their way and shooting free throws here to start the game.
Although Maranatha has only played one game so far this season, and it was a huge win, Macy Smith had 14 points the first game. So it looks like she, like you said, is starting aggressive off in this game as well.
Yeah, she's allowed that confidence to carry over from the first game, and I'm pretty sure she feels like she's capable of having another big night here and helping this Maranatha team bring home a win.
Smith misses the first one, but she'll put the second free throw in. Maranatha, first team on the board. Asbury will lead the team with a handle. Thought about a three. Riley will shoot it, and that's way off. Rebounded by Smith. Maranatha pushing pace here. Semstead with a nice assist and great finish there.
Basket by Davis.
Beautiful job utilizing the screen. The pick and roll game slipped and got into the teeth of the defense, and a nice pass delivered right on time for her to convert the basket.
Asbury keeping her team in check, trying to set it up. Looks like she has a mismatch. Como looking to find their first basket on the game, and that's good. That's number 23, Shania Nichols.
It's a beautiful, beautiful shot off the catch there. Defender closing out fast. It's a tough shot to knock down from that distance. Great job.
Good defense there. Semstead loses control of the ball, and it'll be Cougars' ball.
Sometimes that's all it takes. After you knock down a shot like that, she was able to get back on defense and turn the defensive intensity and force that turnover. Early offense can give you a lot of confidence as a basketball player going forward throughout the game.
Speaking with Como Park head coach before the game, as Mustangs will commit a foul. Interestingly enough, Como Park's leading scorer, Ronnie Porter, comes off the bench, as she's averaging 17.8 points per game so far. And what they were saying is her energy off the bench is something that, you can't get from anyone else. So they're 4-0 so far in the season, so they're going to keep it that way until something else changes.
Yeah, well, anytime you have someone come off the bench and that can score at that magnitude, it can give the other team, throw the other team off balance. When she comes in, the other team might not have their first lineup in, or they might not be as prepared for the way that she can bring. Me, I watch like a lot of professional basketball, and like people like Lou Williams and Erik Gordon and these big-time scorers, they come off the bench and they can change the tide of a game. So we'll see once she touches the floor, if she can bring that impact.
Foul number 21, Smith.
Andre Iguodala, yeah. Different type of players that come off the bench and bring that spark.
That was 21 Semstead on the last foul. We're all tied up here, 3-3, 15-20 left in the first half. Como Park looking a little stagnant here and right on cue. Ronnie Porter will enter the game. She subs in for number 3, Demaya Riley.
Yeah, they didn't wait long at all to go to their big guns. So.
Nichols in the corner. She gets it in on the post. Good catch there, and another foul. That was 25, Mark Lofton.
Being Maranatha, you don't want the fouls to pile up here early against you. Spending a lot of time down here in the defensive possession. This could take a lot of energy away from the Mustangs.
Asbury looking over, set up a play. Looks like they're going to go horns here. And she'll stop and pop it. That just missed, but offensive rebound. And Asbury will control it. Nice drop off there to James. And the assist is good. Little pressure here by Como. The Smiths will bring it up. A nice drive there by Semstead, and she'll get the foul.
Como's going to have a tough time getting stops if they can't figure out some screen defense. That's a few times now. Excuse me. Yeah, Como, sorry. They're going to have a tough time getting stopped. They can't figure out some screen defense. Maranatha is relying on that wing pick and roll, and it's gotten them free lanes to the basket a few times now.
Semstead with the first free throw. And the second one is good as well. Asbury tried to push the pace, but Porter couldn't control it. Mustangs back with an opportunity to score. Smith sets it back up top. Good pass to Barth Lofton, and she'll get that.
Yeah, she was ready for that pass the entire possession, worked hard to get that position, and they found her. Beautiful
nice
job.
Patience.
Yeah, going over the left shoulder, finishing the basket.
And another shoulder pass, but that one's too much for James to handle. Como Park will turn it over.
Number 30, Chicago Walker entering the game for Como.
Asbury will get a breather here as number 30, Kayla Walker, will sub into the game. Como still with some full court pressure, but Mustangs break it pretty easily. Smith on the wing in the left-hand drive. Good defense by James. Porter tries to save it, but can't keep that one. Mustangs ball.
I like it early on. Looks like Maranatha is moving with a lot of pace and confidence in their offense. They know what spots they want to get to, and they're trying to get down the court quickly and take advantage of their reads.
First inbounds under the basket for Maranatha, and they turn it over. Como with the chance to tie the game up. Good defense by Barth Lofton against James, and she'll finish the layup.
Barth Lofton for 2.
That's an impressive play for a post player to get that deflection and take it the length of the floor to finish.
Her energy is great, and like you said, her ability to be able to finish that.
Yeah, she's locked in. And
good ball movement here for Como Park. Porter will stop and pop, but that's long. She gets her own rebound, keeps the ball alive. Dimtruck with the attack, and that'll be another foul on Maranatha.
Foul on number 15, Davis.
That foul was on number 15, Davis. Both teams will have some subs here. 12:40 left in the first half. Mustangs up 9-5. Como will inbound it on the side, and Asbury is back up on the point. Looking like they will run horns again. Couldn't make up her mind there. I think she wanted to shoot it, but then tried to pass it last minute.
Yeah, as coaches always taught me, when you get up in the air, just make sure you know what you want to do. Either go up to shoot it or go up to pass it. Got stuck in no man's land. Fortunate enough, the defender tipped it and went out of bounds, so they get another chance here.
Jada with the short jumper. She misses. That was rebounded by Walker. Another offensive attempt. And Mustangs with another foul.
Mustangs spending a lot of time on the defensive end here early on. It'll be something to watch. Just playing defense is where the real effort is taken. So.
And Como is clearly the smaller team, but they're already out rebounding Maranatha.
Doing a great job here, hustling to the boards and just being feisty and creating extra possessions for themselves.
Another 3 attempt, and that was short by Nichols. And like we just said, another offensive rebound. And that'll allow Como to score. First basket for her, for number 1 Porter. Como within 2. That was Barth Lofton with the 3 attempt, and that was off. Asbury will go with the 3, and that's good.
3-point basket by Asbury.
Nothing but net there for Asbury. And Como will take the lead.
Spectacular behind the back move from Porter to set up that look for a teammate. And Como isn't afraid. They get a look. They're putting it up from 3. They want to get down and put up threes.
Foul on number 42, James.
Number 42, Jada James, committed the last foul as Smith took it right down the middle in transition. She saw Como was out of position and capitalized on that foul. Cougars up 10-9 with 11:20 left in the first half. Number 3, Demaya Hills now in the game. And Mustangs will turn it over. James will sub out and get a break. Asbury at the point. Looks like Mustangs are switching up the defense.
They'll switch to a little bit of zone here, which will be something to watch. They've had trouble defensive rebounding, and sometimes it's tougher to rebound out of the zone.
Exactly.
Because you aren't near someone and can't go get a quick box out. So we'll see how they can address the rebounding issue out of the zone.
Dimchuk with the jumper, and she's fouled. 3-point attempt and a foul by Isabel Flory, who looks baffled.
Yeah,
I think she got her on the arm.
Another 3-point attempt from Como, and it's just so interesting to see how basketball has changed. Like, last few years, teams are so willing to get down and take threes. I know part of this revolution is due to like Steph Curry and the Warriors and the success he's had and the influence he's had on the younger generation. They just see how dynamic that 3-point shot can be in changing games, and now teams just want to rely on that.
Dimchuk will hit the first 2 free throws, putting Como up 12-9. She'll get one more attempt. She misses that one. Rebounded by Walker. Back to Dimchuk with the floater and is fouled. She'll take another trip to the free throw line.
This I talked about earlier. I think that's 7th foul against Maranatha already. Just doing a poor job of cleaning the glass, and now you spend so much time on defense, your fouls have mounted up to the point where Como will be in the bonus here for the rest of the half.
Dimchuk at the free throw line again, and she'll make the first one. And already we talked about offensive rebounding as Dimchuk misses the second one. When you're giving teams multiple possessions, like Nichols just got it again, you're allowing them more opportunities to score.
Yeah, there's just the law of averages. The more time the team puts the ball up at the basket, the more it's going to go in, and you just never want to as a unit, as a defense, want to just give teams multiple possessions. After you work hard to force a bad shot or to force a miss, you don't want to let that go to waste by giving the team the chance to get the ball back. And Maranatha just not done a good job of that.
Mustangs still sitting in the zone. Como passing it around the perimeter. A 3 up for Nichols, and that's long. Rebounded by Dimchuk, who tries to put it up. Looked like she may have been pushed there, but no call. Mustangs ball.
I think the referees kind of wanted to give Maranatha a little break there without giving him another foul down.
So Maranatha will take a timeout here as Como is up 13-9 with 10 minutes left in the first half. And it's been all Como on the offensive glass. I mean, they're getting 3 to 4 attempts a possession, and they're knocking down some of their free throws. So it's going to be a long night for the Mustangs if they can't clean that up.
Well, in this Maranatha huddle, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them, I'm saying we're fortunate right now to even be down 4 after giving up countless offensive rebounds and giving this team multiple possessions. They've missed a handful of threes. This league could be much worse. So if you're Maranatha, that's the thing that's something to keep your head up about. You only down 4, so you still have a chance to stick with this team throughout the rest of this half, but they just got to clean up the defensive glass.
Como so far this season has played in 2 games, one against Cooper and one against Minnehaha, where they were down, or they were up in the game and they got down and they made a comeback. So looking like maybe they had a discussion about when they take a lead in this game, they're going to try to keep it, as Porter is off on the 3.
Yeah, no matter how talented you are, you never want to spot a team any type of points. If you can jump out early and dictate the pace and impose your will on the game and with your style and how you want to play, the better you'll do.
23, Nichols.
Mustangs did a better job that last possession boxing out as they finally got a foul there on the offensive rebound attempt. Como with some full court pressure. Mustangs try to capitalize, and they will, as Demetric gets the foul.
Foul on number 25, Dimchuk.
Number 21, Simstead, at the free throw line for 2, and she misses the first. Dimchuk will get a rest here as Jada James returns back to the game. Simstead will get the second one to roll in. Mustang still in the zone. Como's weaving it up top. Asbury at the point. And a nice drive to the paint. Short jumper, that's off. Fight for the rebound here. And it'll be a jump ball. Mustangs ball.
Great job of hustling by both teams. Both teams are playing hard. Now with Como in this press, it'd be interesting to watch. If Maranatha can break this press, Como, they don't have much size back on the other end to defend the basket. So if they can break this press and get some 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s, they can take advantage of those lanes and get to the basket where they won't have much deterrence to get up a good look.
Number 23, Smith, will return back in the game for the Mustangs. Simstead will inbound it. Looked like they thought it might have been over the back, but still good nonetheless. Hill looking to set up a play. She'll drive her herself. Attempted lob there, but it's turned over. And a foul on Simstead. Como is in the bonus, like you said, so they're going to be shooting free throws now for the rest of the half.
Foul on number 21, Smith.
Yeah, the defensive pressure that Como applied on that last possession just took Maranatha completely out of their sets and gave them really no chance to get anything going offensively. I mean, we got a low-scoring game here so far, and both teams is playing hard on defense.
James misses the first free throw. Rebounded, and Mustangs looking to push it on the break. Instead, will pull it back out. Lillard with a 3, and that's way off. Rebounded by Hill, and Smith will set it up. And that'll be a carry and a turnover for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I don't know about that one there. That didn't look like much of a carry.
Still 13-10 here, 8 minutes left. Como has the lead by 3 points. Asbury will eject the screen. Kick to Porter with a runner, and that's short. Jada James with a nice aggressive rebound. Asbury with the 3, and that's short as well. Third possession on offense. And it's tipped out by James, and it'll be Mustangs ball. 3 attempts there.
This has been like utter just domination on the offensive glass from Como. If there's any point in this first half, if they get in a rhythm offensively and can keep grabbing these offensive boards, this lead is going to balloon here.
Como still with full court pressure here as Sminstead brings the ball up. Smith one-on-one against Walker. She'll take it in. No foul. Jada James with the attempt down the floor, but it's too long for Porter to handle.
Those are plays you just got to have.
That's got to be 2 points for Como. Good defense, though, nonetheless, by Como.
Yeah, good job.
Smith will bring it up. She's met by 2 defenders. She keeps her dribble, hands it off to Hill. Sminstead will take it herself. Tan runner, and that's off, rebounded by James.
Noticed a few times down, Maranatha getting a little tunnel vision. They've gotten to the teeth of the defense and broken down the defense a couple times and drawn 2 bodies and missed a few shooters, either spotted up on the wing or cutter going to the basket. So they just want to keep their head up and make sure you can set up your move and you can make sure you can get it to a teammate and set up a shot for them as well.
That last foul was on number 3, Hill, as Asbury makes the first free throw. Last possession was a great, strong attack by her. One dribble between the legs, nice, strong move to the basket. And she'll get rewarded with her second free throw as well. Simstead with the left-hand layup, and that's off. Rebounded by Smith, and she'll get fouled. Nice open attack there by Simstead. She just missed it, I think.
She's got to convert the easy opportunities. You never know when you'll get those back, but good job by Smith keeping the possession alive and keeping the ball in Maranatha's hand.
Looks like Como switched their defense here as well, going a little zone. Instead with the ball, thinks about it. Nice step through, but can't finish. That was KJ. But she gets it right back on defense, and she'll push it in transition. Thinks about it, but takes it back out. Nice pass to Smith, and she'll knock it down. Porter the other way, and that layup's too strong. KJ again in transition. Slows it down, kicks it back out. Another pass to KJ, and that jumper is good. Maranatha on a run here. Down only 1, 14-15.
Last few possessions, she just completely took over. I mean, got back on defense, got a steal, got the assist. Got the defensive rebound, came down the other way, and then knocked down the two-point jump shot.
A little bit of a momentum shift here as Como just turned it over, and Mustangs will now have the chance to take the lead. Smith with the drive. Mustangs with a weave here. May have been a foul there, but no call. That was Jarnut on the attack.
Maranatha's doing a great job getting into the lane. They just gotta tighten up and knock those shots down.
Nichols will pass it to Asbury, who attacks the baseline. That's deflected. Mustang ball. And Smith in transition. Oh, and she nearly made the layup, but can't get that one to fall. Asbury with the attack, and she's fouled.
This could be a 4-point swing here. You go down and miss a layup on one end. On the other end, they come down and they draw a foul on a layup here. She knocks both these down. This could be a huge swing here early in this game.
A really fast-paced game here. Both teams not afraid to push the pace. Like you said, it could be a really high-scoring game if they can convert these layups, though. Asbury with the first free throw. Como up 16-14. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. She makes the second one as well, and she's leading the team with 7 points. A good pass there, but too much to handle for Flory, and Mustangs will turn it over.
Yeah, the ball pressure, Como has forced Maranatha to speed up the tempo and forced them to make a couple errant passes and misfire on some easy opportunities. That's why you run the press. That's why you get up in people.
A deep three there by Nichols, and that's short. And she'll get to the free throw line. That was a foul on number 15, Davis. She'll hit the first one. Sub here as Walker will get a breather, and number 3, Riley, will return back to the game. Second one is good as well. Como Park shooting well from the free throw line so far this game.
Had a mini car wreck right there. Nichols, after she shot the free throw, she came off the free throw line, wasn't looking, and ran into a Maranatha player. And could have been a lot worse, but everybody looks to be all right.
Mayo re-entering the game at the line, number 21, shooting 2.
A foul on Como now puts them at 7 as well. So 1-on-1, 1-and-1 for both teams now the rest of this half. Still 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, either team can be aggressive and attack the basket and force the other team into a tough situation. Force them to either foul you or make a tough play on the ball.
Offensive foul there on Jada James.
Foul on number 42, James.
She was trying to hold her position, but looks like she got a little hook on her defensive player, so it'll be Mustangs ball. Good pass there to Semstead. Ooh. And I thought she got hurt, but it looked like she traveled, so Como ball.
Yeah, the referee furthest from the play came and spotted the travel. I thought he was going to call a foul, and again, that's just another missed opportunity for Maranatha. They get the 2-on-1 and get the good pass up the floor, and they just can't convert the transition bucket.
And they do have size on Como, like we said, so once they get out in transition, they can take their time and finish. Looks like they're just a little rushed.
Yeah, the opportunities will be there.
Another foul on Maranatha. And 23 Nichols will return back to the free throw line.
First one is good.
She has a great looking free throw stroke. I mean, I know I've seen her shoot a few deep threes, and she's taken probably at least 4 or 5 threes here in this first half. Looks like she works on that shot. And it's a nice looking form.
Second free throw good for Nichols. Como Park now up 21-14. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Hill will control the ball up top. One-on-one, wide open lane. She'll take a left-hand layup, and she'll finish.
Basket by number 3, Jemiah Hill.
A nice three there, and that's Nichols again. Nothing but net.
Yeah, right on cue. I was just talking about her willingness to shoot those deep range shots, and that was all net. That's a beautiful stroke.
Asbury will set her up again. She thought about it. She wanted that one, but instead pass it up. Dimchuk with the three, and that one short.
That one not quite the result of Nichols'.
I think with the heat check, she should have shot that one, I think. Wide open in transition. You got to let that one go. Como Park still with a little bit of pressure as Hill will be at the point. Smith on the wing, faces up, kicks it back out to Hill, who finds a cutting Maranatha player, tries to throw it up there, and she steps out of bounds.
Maranatha just out of sync offensively. That one problem I'm noticing, the spacing is just not there. They have ability to get to the basket driving, but they're just shutting their own driving lanes down by not being properly spaced. And, oh man.
Asbury with a crafty move there.
That's a beautiful finish, underhand off the glass.
Left side finish with her right hand. And Como Park will get it back as it's kicked up ahead to Porter. Finishes with the left. And Como Park 28-16. All the momentum going their way.
Those last two finishes by Como, those are tough plays to make. It's great, beautiful touch on those shots.
Maranatha looking to make their 10th consecutive state appearance this season. Under new head coach Mike Willman. New coach, different set of rules, different style of play potentially. So huge shoes to fill. But I think if they can get their team in sync like you talked about, make some of these finishes, convert on their free throws, they still have a chance to be in this game.
Well, a lot of pressure on coach to make sure this team upholds the storied tradition that they've established over the past decade or so. But this team is not devoid of talent. They got players. Like I said, they've been able to show they can make plays. They just have to just tighten up a few things and convert, and they'll be able to get right back into this game.
Como Park, on the other hand, under a $37 million renovation for this high school. So if these young players stay here and stay together for these next couple of years, it's going to be a very, very good team.
$37 million, and anytime you start talking about that type of money, you got to know something nice is involved. So if I was them, I'd definitely be staying put, trying to get a taste of whatever those renovations
exactly.
end up being.
Foul on number 24, Asbury, Hill.
That foul was on number 24, Asbury. And number 3, Hill will step to the line for 2 free throws. She'll make the first one. Mustangs down by 11 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Make that 10 as Hill completes the second free throw. And a silly turnover there for Como Park as the ball just bounced off of Porter's leg.
unforced error. Those are the plays you don't want. Anytime you build a lead, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and help the other team get back into the game.
Erickson at the free throw line, and she gets the roll.
Basket by Erickson.
Asbury will take it left hand, and that's off. Rebounded by Dimchuk. Second rebound attempt by her, and she'll draw the foul.
Mustang foul on Flory Dimchuk at the line.
That foul was on number 24, Flory. Dimchuk will make the first free throw.
Danae Riley entering the game for the Cougars.
And the second one is good as well. Como up 10 points. Good pressure here, but broken by Maranatha. Great pass to Erickson, and she misses the right-hand layup.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Got to convert those.
Asbury again with the ball up top. She'll look to use the ball screen. 1-2 pass Erickson. She leaves it short, and she'll draw the foul.
Foul on number 3, Hill.
Asbury and Porter, the leading scorers for this Como Park team. Asbury obviously going to work on all points of the floor, hitting threes, knocking down free throws, attacking the rim as she makes the first free throw. Porter, not so much yet on the offensive end, but it's nice to see other players like Dimchuk and Nichols stepping up and filling in for Porter.
Yeah, they all have they've had a balanced attack tonight, like everybody getting into the lane and putting pressure on the defense, running up the foul totals. They're knocking down shots on the outside and sharing the ball. This has been a good job by them on their offensive end tonight.
Basket by Erickson.
Smith to Erickson as she converts the turnaround jumper. Walker with the three, and that's short, rebounded by Smith. Mustangs pushing in transition, and too much to handle.
One positive for Maranatha so far, I have noticed they've been able to get into the middle of the defense often, like get right into the middle of the lane or free throw line, elbow extended jump shots in the middle of the floor, so they can just keep working that middle and putting pressure on Como to try to stop that. That'll pay dividends to them and open up other parts of the floor for their offense.
Under a minute to go here now. As Maranatha picks up their defense. And there will be a foul. Como was looking for the jump ball, but that was on number 23, Nichols. Maranatha bench really engaged on that possession.
I was just about to speak on that. Like, ooh, they're so fired up. I thought we were at Maranatha. This is their home crowd, but
and they need it too.
yeah, anytime you fall behind, you want to do anything to try to just get your team going, fire them up, give them any spark.
Number 22, Kennedy Click, at the free throw line, and she misses the first one. Como up 32-22. 30 seconds left in the first half. She makes the first one. Number 3, Demaya Hill will get a sub.
Now, you don't want to foul here. You're already in a double bonus. Neither team wants to foul. See if they can play defense without fouling and finish out the half on a high note.
Attempted pass for Dimchuk. Smith in transition. No foul. Good defense there by Asbury. Mustangs will get the ball under the basket. Smith will catch it up top. Dump-off pass there to Lillard. She kicks it to Erickson, and that's off. Rebound attempted by Kennedy Click. Asbury with the half-court shot. Oh! It looked good from here, but it didn't fall. Halftime score, 32 Como Park, 23 Maranatha. And for Como Park, it's been all Asbury, as she has 11 points, and Nichols with 8. Dimtruck has been on the offensive board crazy the entire first half. And they really contributed to this 9-point lead going into the second half.
Yeah, what I like most about their leading scorers and they're just top players in general, they're all versatile. Everybody is doing a little bit of everything. There hasn't been just one player shooting, making the baskets. Like, they're all sharing the ball. They're all getting steals, getting deflections, getting on the rebounds. So they've made sure they balance out this workload evenly distributed, which has helped them get this lead early on.
Maranatha still with the opportunity to take this game. I'm sure they've been in plenty of situations like that. They've had numerous opportunities in the open court, just haven't been able to convert these transition baskets. What's the biggest thing you think they're going to have to fix for the second half?
Well, first and foremost, just shoring up the defense by collecting the defensive rebound after they get the stop. That'll allow them to get the ball, get out in transition, hopefully generate more of those easy opportunities. And then once those opportunities come, just settling down, getting to the rim, converting those shots, or making the pass, kick out, and knocking down the shots. With them, it's been a little bit of maybe just not being at home, being on the road. Maybe they didn't have a feel for the rims or the court at first half. So maybe once they get in the locker room at halftime, settle down, they'll come out in the second half and be a little bit more polished, finishing the shots in the second half.
All right, we have an exciting second half coming up in just a few minutes. You're watching high school basketball.
If you'd like to sponsor a TSP television broadcast, Patreon is the place. Sponsorships start at just $1 a month. Visit patreon.com/TSP television and make a pledge for premier Twin Cities sports coverage.
Welcome back, everyone. If you are just joining us, this is Jessica January alongside Erik Jimson, and we are at St. Paul Como Park High School, where the Cougars are taking on the Maranatha Christian Academy Mustangs. Cougars currently up 32-23, and the second half is just underway. Dimitrik with the drive, rebounded by James, but can't be kept alive, and Como will retain possession. Three ball, and that's off. That was Riley. And a jump ball, Mustangs ball.
Already a heightened level of play from both sides. Early out the half, neither of these teams are trying to give up ground. So I'm excited about this one. Should be good second half.
Not only postseason implications for Como Park, but these teams have played frequently over the years, and Maranatha has won every single time they played since 2007. So they're on a 9-game win streak against Como Park.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Como, being in their house and having this streak go against them, they aren't trying to lose here anymore. So they'll be locked in, and the pride will be kicking in throughout the rest of this game to make sure they can get on the board against Maranatha and show them that, tide might be changing and things could be starting to swing their way.
Looks like number 42, Jada James, went down a couple possessions ago, and she's on the sideline with the trainer. Looking like she may have tweaked an ankle or something, as Nichols shoots the three, and that's off. Jarna in transition, and she gets fouled.
And Como will need her back. They're already a kind of an undersized team, and she's been the anchor down low for them on the glass and to turn people from getting to the rim. So they'll need her to come back in this game. If she can't play, that'll be a huge blow to their front line.
Number 1, Ronnie Porter back in the game for Como. Erickson at the free throw line. Short jumper is missed. Rebounded by Asbury. She puts on a display of handle there as Riley launches the three, and that's off again. And I thought that was going to be on Porter, but it looks like the foul was on number 3, Hill.
Yeah, that's puzzling. Looked like she had a perfect box out, and Porter was aggressive trying to get the rebound over her back, but foul goes against Maranatha. I'm not sure about that one.
And exactly, we talked about if the Mustangs want to have a chance in this game, they're going to have to put a body on someone. And like you said, looks like that's what Hill did, but guess the ref saw it differently as Jada James is back in the game and she'll travel. So Mustang ball. Both teams scoreless so far in the second half. Steal by Asbury. Thrown up ahead to Porter. She saves it, but to the wrong team. Smith in transition with the spin move. She attempts to get her rebound, but she'll take the foul.
Fouls on number 23, Smith.
Another gorgeous move to set herself up for an easy opportunity, but just couldn't convert.
Asbury over to Porter. Three is off, rebounded by James, and a tie-up by Hill. That's one of the things that post players are taught. When you get that rebound, you can't bring it down there for the little guards to grab it.
Yeah, don't give them a chance. God gave you that height and size for a reason. Go ahead and put it to use.
Dimitrik to Riley. Riley with a baseline floater. Not short, rebounded by Smith. Mustang still down by 9. An Opik Erickson, but she decides to kick it out. And that's deflected out by Como. Erickson was wide open there in the post.
They blew a coverage right there, and she didn't take advantage. I mean, I know sometimes you're just so used to when you catch that ball catch the ball back to the basket, you aren't expecting the defenders just to not be there. She probably just thought they were there. Nobody was home. She just didn't walk through the door.
Macy Smith with a drive, and she was a little out of control. Asbury will turn it over and commits the foul.
Foul on Asbury.
After that foul, Asbury will head to the bench as number 11, Jasana Baker, will sub in for the first time this game.
And number 15, KJ from Maranatha. She hasn't made a huge impact on the scoring the ball as she makes a basket there, of course.
Of course.
But she has corralled a lot of loose balls, gotten some rebounds, getting deflections. She's been a huge contributor for Maranatha so far.
The Mustangs will take a timeout after number 11, Jasana Baker. Been in the game for about 30 seconds, and she gets in and knocks down a three, putting Como Park up 10, 35-25.
I think Maranatha's coach is upset. They didn't get matched up on the new subs, and they come down and Como gets an easy look at a three and they knock it down. Just can't have those defensive lapses when you're trying to come back.
Macy Smith, who's been a contributor for the Mustangs as well, looking like she might be forcing the issue a bit. She's continuing to stay aggressive, but isn't getting the calls at the rim. So I think if she can heat up a little bit along with KJ, they might be able to make a better move in this game. Mustang showing some weave here as Hill has it in the corner. So driving in the middle, finds an open cutting jar knot, and the ball will go off her foot, making it Como Park ball.
Maranatha, they just got to get space there. That entire right side of the floor was wide open for someone to take advantage. They got the cut, but once they got the cut, the help defender was able to get over and react to the ball because this floor is not spaced correctly. And that results in a turnover from Maranatha.
Porter at the 1, finds an open Baker, launches a 3, and that's too long. Rebounded by Porter, drops it off to Riley, and she'll convert the layup. KJ with a runner, that's left short. Baker will bring it up. Great hustle.
Yeah,
by KJ.
Her effort is just next level right now. You can tell she's hungry to bring this team back. As the coach gives her a little applause right there. Great job.
KJ looking for some of her teammates to pick up that same energy and translate that into scoring some baskets here. Elevator screen for Baker. Pass to Dimitri, who launches a 3. Rebounded by Riley. Kicked back out to Porter. And she'll take a 3. Another rebounded by James. And she'll finish the layup.
Basket by James.
KJ with the drive in the lane. Another floater, left short.
And KJ, she had to be careful here to make sure. I know effort has a route up. She's going hard, but a few times now she kind of forced a shot in the middle of the lane. I mean, you want your players playing hard, but you want to be under control and stick true to the game plan and work their offense.
Como Park up now, 39-25. 13 minutes left. Porter looked for the backdoor cut to Riley. That was missed. And a block attempt there for Dimitri against Smith, but she's fouled.
She took a hard shot to the face. We like she should be all right and go up here and see if she can knock down these free throws.
And that's what Smith was doing in the first half. She was getting to the free throw line, attacking under control, and able to get those calls. And that's what's going to help get this Mustangs team back in the game.
Yeah, it's encouraging to see her continue to stay true to her game. Just keep attacking, and it's going to work in your favor.
Subs here for both teams. Asbury back on the floor for Como, and Lillard returns to the game for the Mustangs. Smith able to convert both free throws. Mustangs down 12 now. And a foul up top, way away from the basket by number 12, Jarnot.
Number 12, Jarnot.
It's interesting when the refs have been kind of letting them get up into each other and play a little bit. That was a little bit more ticky-tack there.
Porter will inbound. Asbury slips and falls. Smith in transition. And she'll convert the transition layup. Pass intended to James, picked off by Smith. And she's looking to go all the way herself, drops it off to Smestead, who misses the reverse layup. Nice take by Asbury. A flashy behind the back move there, and she gets the foul.
Yeah, she's very sound. She's very sound with the dribble. And use that dribble to get her to different spots in the floor. She's always under control. Her great poise to her game, which is encouraging to see.
Asbury will get the bounce on the first free throw. Subs here for both teams. Kennedy Click will return for the Mustangs. And number 30, Shakayla Walker, will return for Como Park. Second free throw good for Asbury. Cougars up 41-29. Looks like they're trying to run away with this game. And right on cue, number 0, Nicole Lillard with the 3.
It's a big-time shot. Maranatha needs some more threes. They haven't really taken too many threes tonight, but they'll need a few more of those just to expedite this process of this comeback if they want to put a dent in this lead.
And I think part of the contributing factor that Smith, Smestead, and KJ, they've been attacking the rim, but like you said, a lot of the Como Park players are sitting in the paint. So if they're able to attack and get some of these kickouts, they should be able to find wide open shooters to be able to knock down the shot.
Yeah, the shots will be there. They just got to make sure they keep the floor balanced and allow their lead ball handlers to give those players those driving lanes and just be ready, spotted up, ready to knock down the shots.
Fouls on 22, Click.
Last foul was on number 22, Click. Cougars will get the ball underneath the basket. Out to Jada James, who finds Walker, leaves it short, gets her own rebound. Florida gets one bounce, but she can't get it to fall. Smestead drawing the foul. And Maranatha will get the ball on the sideline. Smestead with the driving kick. KJ leaves that one short. And James will get called for the travel. Mustangs with another opportunity here.
There they go once again. They try to set up the drive and kick out to the shooter, but she's just not in the proper spot. And then she catches the ball out of balance, and you get a shot fading away, and you don't get the look that you want to get.
Porter with a defensive effort. Kicks it back out to Asbury. And Lillard will draw the charge. Great defensive play there.
It's a good job of getting in front of Asbury, knowing she's gonna use her craft and her handles to try to get to the rim. Somebody slid in front of her and cut off that driving lane. Good job there.
Hill will take the ball up for the Mustangs. Still down 9 points, 11 minutes to go in the second half. Lillard with the drive and kick. And number 15, KJ, will get called for the 3 seconds. Haven't seen that call yet this game.
No, yeah, they haven't put much emphasis on that one tonight. Which I don't have a problem with. I don't really, that, unless there's somebody really camping in there with a pristine advantage. Other than that, just let it go.
Lillard tried to take the charge again, but refs thought it was a no call. Jada James missed the jumper, but it'll still remain Como Park ball.
It looks like trying to draw the charge could have potentially been a point of emphasis at the half for Maranatha. They've already jumped in front of more bodies here in the second half, trying to cut off those drives.
Porter scored the last 2 points on the inbound. And then right after that, Mustangs turn it over.
Oh, yeah. I think we just got to travel there on the last play. And that's the thing. Maranatha here, they've had a couple possessions where they've getting stops or getting the rebound and they've turning the ball over with these unforced errors. You just don't want to get these turnovers.
Another wide open layup there on the inbound for Asbury. And even though she misses it, cleaned up by James, and she'll get 2 free throws. First one is good for James. Smestead will get a breather here for the Mustangs, and Erickson will return to the ballgame.
Como the first team to the bonus in the second half with little under 10.5 minutes to go. That's it'll be something to watch for as they can take advantage of Maranatha's foul situation.
Second free throw good for James. And Como Park will show full court pressure here, but Mustangs break it. Smith with the short jumper. And that's missed. Rebound by James. Como looking to push the pace. A nice shot. And it's good for number 11, Baker. KJ on the other end misses the layup. And Como still pushing it.
Might got away with a double
Walker
dribble right there.
Tries to take it all the way, but it's deflected out. And it'll go Mustangs ball. Two big threes here by Baker. Como now up 15 points. Just under 10 minutes left in the second half. Smith will take it all the way. She wanted that and one there, but finishes it nonetheless.
It's a good job by her just finishing that. Maranatha had once again missed about 3 or 4 of those consecutively where they got to the rim and just couldn't convert.
Smith slides on her knees, and I think the fans got that call on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of the home cooking for Como. They got on top of the ref and influenced his call, which as a
it was the right call.
It's the right call, but yeah, he was gonna let it go until he heard the crowd roar.
So a travel call by Smith will turn the ball over. Como with the offensive possession, and Asbury will draw the foul.
Foul is on number 15, Davis.
That foul was on number 15, KJ. Asbury with 2 free throws here. She'll get the bounce on that one. She shot extremely well tonight from the free throw line.
And she's been so good turning that corner and keeping her dribble alive, allowing her to get to the rim under control where she can explode up into that contact and draw these fouls.
Second free throw good as well for Asbury. (50-34) here at North St. Paul Como Park High School.
I'm willing to bet that these Como players have some strenuous practices because they must be in some type of shape the way they've been playing defense and pressing this game. Like, it's kind of remarkable to see them keep this level of energy up from the start of the game to now.
Definitely agree with that. And head coach for Como Park has had some WNBA experience as Erickson is fouled. And she's played at such a high level, so I'm sure she's translated that same type of work ethic, practices, those types of things into her team, and it's shown tonight.
Most doubt.
Erickson converts the first free throw. Number 30, Walker, will take a break for Como. Second free throw good for Erickson. Mustangs down 14. Asbury to Porter, and she will travel.
Good call there.
Number 23, Smith, will get a break as Smestead returns back to the game. Como Park still showing pressure, easily broken by the Mustangs, and Smestead will draw the foul by Riley.
Maranatha starting to get a better feel for Como's press and realizing once they break that initial wave, they can get down to the other end with that advantage and 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 and get to the basket and draw these fouls.
First free throw good for Smestad, who's been quiet the entire second half. Second free throw, good as well. Mustangs still with an opportunity here, only down 12. A lot of game left, 8 minutes. Asbury, left-hand layup, missed. Rebounded by Hill. Pass intended for Erickson, but that one was too hard. Turnover for the Mustangs. And Hill will get taken out as KJ returns back to the game.
Como is doing such a fantastic job of just applying that pressure on ball, where that just made that pass be a little errant right there. I mean, the play was there to be made, the player's open, but the ball pressure is just so tough and steep.
Baker with another three. And that one, the defense was right there in her face, and she still found nothing but the bottom of the net.
She's had the confidence to let those go all second half. She's been ready.
Como with a foul on the other end.
Should be free throws here, yeah.
Both teams now 1-on-1 the remainder of the second half.
I mean, Maranatha, this is a good thing for you now because you go to the line, the clock is stopped, and you can still put points on the board while, without burning any additional time in your pursuit of trying to cut this deficit.
Exactly, and since their offense has kind of been stagnant, this is where they're finding most of their scoring.
Smestad makes them both click back in the game.
Smestad makes both free throws. The Mustangs still down 13. Asbury will use the screen, finds Porter on the wing. Jada James in the post, drops it off to, and Asbury will take the three, and that's good.
Asbury for three.
Smestad tries to find KJ in the corner, but Porter will deflect it out of bounds.
Como here starting to find the touch from deep. I mean, if you're Maranatha, you don't want to let them get too hot behind the arc because then you're going to have to match some of these threes. They'll try it here.
Smestad tries to answer back, but it's off. Still offensive rebound by the Mustangs. Pass attempted to Erickson, but it's tipped out by Riley.
Not be surprised if Maranatha doesn't in fact just start trying to hoist up a few more threes here and try to equalize this outcome.
Right on cue, Smestad with a three attempt, but that's short. Lob pass to James, who's fouled hard by Click. And she'll head to the free throw line for two.
Fouls on number 22, Click. Jada James at the line for two shots.
First one good for James. Second one good as well. So after two free throws.
You got to get something out of this.
Kennedy Click short there. After two free throws from James. Como Park now up 18, 58-40. Asbury with a mismatch. She takes it all the way, and it's just short, but she'll get the foul.
She is so crafty and
Fouls on number 32.
polished with the ball in her
Asbury's
hands.
Free throw line for 2.
This is the ideal type of guard you want to have in this situation.
First free throw good. 6 minutes left. Asbury with 19 points. And I don't think she's missed a free throw. I think she's perfect from the line.
It's just an all-around great game from her. Like you jinxed her.
Of course. I shouldn't have said anything. Kennedy Click looking to push it in transition, and she's fouled. She'll get to the free throw line and shoot 1 and 1. First game for Kennedy Click against their first opponent. She had 15 points. She's looking to make an impact on the rest of this game for her team.
Yeah, she had to get going in a hurry. The lead is starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Jada James with a great catch there.
Great hands on defense.
Good defense by Hill, and Riley will trip her up, and she'll get the foul.
Fouls on Como's number 3, Riley. Hill at the line for Maranatha.
Both teams with 10 fouls, double bonus now for the rest of the game, as Hill will be at the line for Maranatha. First one good. Number 3, Riley will sub out for Como Park as 23 Nichols returns to the game.
And the head coach of Como is very upset about that last foul. I mean, she knows they have a pretty significant lead here, and the last thing you want to do is continue to commit silly fouls and put Maranatha on the free throw line.
And one. Jada James with the and one there. Great pass by Porter.
Basket is good by James. Foul on 12, Jarnett.
That foul was on number 12, Jarnett.
And she has rebounded spectacularly from whatever minor injury she had to start to have. I mean, she was on the sideline working it out, but it has not slowed her down one bit.
She'll make the three-point play as that free throw was good. Como Park Cougars now up big, 20 points. Still with 5:20 left in the game. Macy Smith with a spin move, and the ref will call a hook and an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's just a great move. I think
Fouls on Smith, 24.
sometimes refs, I mean, they get a little bit
Wow.
predetermined there, but it looks like a good, clean move right there. I'm going to see that one go and reward her for that.
We've seen her do a spin another time, I think in the first half or early second half. And I think that's just one of her moves. And I'm a little shocked that he called an offensive foul there. But
yeah, especially with them being down by what they are. I mean, that won't swing the game.
fouls on number 3, Hill. That will send number 23, Nichols, to the free throw line.
Number 3, Hill, Nichols at the line. Double bonus.
Double bonus, so she will have 2 free throw attempts. First one left short. Nichols with 2 big threes in the first half. A little quieter in the second half, but she gets the roll on the second free throw.
They got to come on here. They got to get going. It's taking too much time to get into offense.
Lillard with a 3 attempt. That's long. Rebounded by Smith, and she puts it back.
Smith with putback.
Mustangs now with some full court pressure. Great defense, recovered by Lillard to Smith, and the 2 is good.
She's all over the floor right now, just making an impact any way she can.
One ref has a foul, but another ref has a timeout, and they'll go with the timeout. So Como Park gets the timeout. Mustangs with just 4 quick baskets back-to-back. What does Como Park need to do to close out this game?
But that was a good time out there. They just need to figure out a way to break this press. Don't get careless with the basketball. I mean, Maranatha's going to take a lot of gambles right now. They're desperate to cut this deficit. But if you're Como, you just want to get the ball into the hands of your trusted ball handlers, get the ball at the floor, take care of the basketball. They should be fine. I mean, they're already in a double bonus, so any over-aggression from Maranatha will put Como on the free throw line. They just got to be calm and be smart, and they should be in good shape.
Como Park still up 17 points. They have been in a situation like this before this season, up 18 and letting a team come back. And I think Maranatha knows that. They haven't given up, and they're still trying to win this game. Shot is long by Baker. Saved by Nichols. Porter up top for the 3, and hits good. Porter with a huge 3 up top.
Good job of not being complacent there. They came out at a timeout and got their looks and put their shots up. They didn't want to wait. Trying to keep the foot on the gas.
Smith right back with the easy bucket. Nichols thinks about it. Great post feed to Jada James. That was a great pass.
That's how you respond out of a timeout. 2 beautiful possessions, just back-to-back for Como.
Kennedy Click out of control.
Just can't have those. Another silly
Smestead
turnover.
with the layup. Turned over by James. Back and forth action here by both teams. Asbury with a 3, and she misses everything. And it'll be a jump ball. I think what we are seeing is there is a lot of young talent on this floor. So maybe a team who has a little bit more experienced players may have a little better control on the game, but still, Como Park, knowing what this game means for them and for their season, and being able to be up this big against this great team is going to be great for their season.
Yeah, they seem to be well coached and confident in what they're doing. I'm actually surprised for them to be as young as they are, to have as much poise as they play. I mean, these young players know what they're doing, and they're going after it. They have good belief in their system.
Ronnie Porter with a transition layup. Cougars still up 20, just under 3 minutes to go. Kick to Smith, she drives it in. Left hand layup, and she puts it in. Timeout Mustangs.
She's been a dynamo attacking the basket the last few minutes.
In the beginning of the second half, she was attacking, but wasn't able to finish. But probably the last 4 or 5 times she's attacked, she's finished.
I think it might be a little too late here unless they can make one more splash run.
The Cougars last season were 18-8 overall. They were first in their conference, and they lost to Maranatha in the section semifinals. So I think with their start so far this season and how they're playing against a notoriously state-bound team, I think that's looking good for what they're going to try to do this postseason.
Yeah, and they have the type of roster where they can challenge a lot of teams on any night. They got good guard play, a reliable post player down low. They can score from the outside, they're scoring from the inside, and they can get up in you defensively. So, I mean, I like their chances going forward if they can just continue to execute the game plan the coaches implemented for them.
And I think that's something that Maranatha is kind of missing, is just a post player who can sit down back to the basket and score some layups. They have Erikson, but what we've seen so far in this game is she's been facing up and taking short jumpers like her other guards. So I think if they can get a reliable post player down there to be able to score from them, that might be a little bit more beneficial.
And I think Como sort of forced Maranatha to go small because, I mean,
Right.
the pace of what they're playing and how they're getting up and down the floor and attacking the basket kind of rendered the bigs useless in this game. For Maranatha, they just weren't able to keep up, so coach kind of went with a small lineup for most of the half. But, I mean, every team won't beat Como, so you still want to have that front line depth and be able to utilize that at some point during the season.
Exactly. Como looking to run down the clock here. 2:20 left. Up 18. Asbury control of the ball. And Porter will get it back up top. And Lillard is going to have to foul.
Foul on 0, Lillard. Porter will go to the line. In the double
Porter
double,
will
shoot
step to
two.
the line and she'll get 2 free throws. First one short.
Gotta knock down these free ones, put the game on ice.
Jada James will get a standing ovation from the fans as she will get a rest, probably for the rest of the game. Porter knocks down the second free throw.
And she deserves it after coming back in after dealing with the minor injury. She was just a force in the middle of the lane the whole second half. And she really just helped cement this lead.
Jump ball there as Asbury and Hill get tied up. Mustangs will inbound. Smith with a short jumper. That's long. Asbury will control the ball. Finds Porter on the wing. Looks like Como will try to run it down here. Near turnover, though. And it finally is turned over. Back and forth there, but Como back with the possession. No shot clock in high school girls basketball, so Como can run out the last minute 20.
Well, they've done the work. They did what they need to do to get up to this point, and now they just take advantage of the rules and burn this clock down.
Mustangs finally decide to foul as Hill will take one.
Fouls on number 3, Hill.
And with guards the likes
Her
of
fifth.
Asbury and Porter, like this is a position you want to be in because they can
Nichols
just
on the line shooting
they can
2.
just handle that ball at such a profound level that, I mean, they won't be too rattled by any defensive pressures or press or anything of that nature. So they can just completely just cement the game.
Dimitri back in the game for the Cougars. Substituting
Asbury and
for
Porter will head to the bench. Great games by both guards. Dimitri will return back to the game. As Nickel hits the first free throw. Second free throw, good as well. About a minute left to go in the matchup. Como Park up 21 points. Lillard's 3 in the corner is off.
And these players are, Maranatha, they're a little bit more generous than I would have been. I mean, in this situation, first pass, I'm letting that go from 3. I mean, you got nothing to lose at this point. Just put it up.
KJ with the steal. Smestad with the finish. Mustangs not giving up, finishing this game all the way through, playing hard defensively, and still trying to end the game with some positive energy.
Still early in the season. I mean, they're going to lose here tonight, but they got a long way to go, just December. a few more months here for them to keep sharpening up, and that's just a terrible foul right there in this situation. But just a Maranatha, it's still early in the year. I mean, they lose tonight, but they got a long way to go. Just keep working their habits, and you don't want to let this type of game break your spirit. You got to, like I say, with a story run that they've been on, they have a bigger goal in sight, and this is a minor roadblock, but they'll be in the mix here to come.
That was number 11, Baker, with the foul. Smestead will get three foul shots as she makes the first two.
Hyman Allen, Janae Hinton, and Zarin Thompson.
Maranatha will make a few substitutions. And Smestead makes the third free throw. And he counts it. I think there was a bit of a miscommunication there. I think he was supposed to sub before the third free throw. But she made three.
Was she subbing for the shooter?
Yeah, for the shooter, yeah.
Premature.
$20 seconds left. Both teams have some of their JV players in.
Fouls on Lillard. Janae Riley.
Number 0, Lillard, committed the foul. So Riley will now get 2 free throws. First one's good. Second one short. She gets her own rebound and scores the basket.
Maranatha, they thought the game was over already, but forgot to box out. And she went ahead and padded her own stats a little bit.
Basket by Allen is good.
So final here at St. Paul Como, 76-59. Como Park finally breaks the streak Maranatha had since 2007, and not only by a few points, but by a large margin. Kaylin Asbury ended with 19 points. Jada James had 12 points, and Nichols had 11. Porter also chipped in 10, so 4 players in double figures for Como Park. What do you think is a takeaway for this Como Park team after having such a big win tonight?
Well, they should feel good about themselves. They controlled this game from start to finish. I mean, they never were in jeopardy of really losing this game. So they did what they wanted to do. They got to the basket. They knocked down perimeter shots. They allowed their defense to put pressure on the other team and force turnovers. I mean, they just looked sharp all around. And for them to be such a young team, that's an encouraging sign for them moving forward.
Macy Smith finished with 17 points. Brianna Smestead finished with 12. And those were about the 2 biggest contributors for the Maranatha team. Seems like if they may have had a few possessions where they were able to clean up some of their defensive rebounding as well as converted in transition, the margin wouldn't have been so large for this game. What's one thing you think they need to take moving forward for the rest of their season?
Well, for one, it just weren't as crisp as you like to see a team be. I mean, just a lot of unforced errors, which is always bad for anybody. I mean, the spacing on the floor, offensively, they might just want to clean that up, work on being more patient on the offensive end and get into their offense. But other than that, I mean, they got good athletes. They have a pretty deep roster. They played, I mean, up to 9 to 10 players. So, I mean, I think going forward, they should be fine if they just don't let this loss get them down too much and they just continue to work their habit. They should be all right going forward.
Next game for the Cougars is December 7th versus Matamidi. And the Maranatha Mustangs will face Wayzata December 7th as well. So that'll do it for this matchup. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Jessica January with Erik Jimson. You're watching high school girls basketball.
If you'd like to sponsor a TSP television broadcast, Patreon is the place. Sponsorships start at just $1 a month. Visit patreon.com/TSB Television and make a pledge for premier Twin Cities sports coverage.
Hi, everyone. This is Jessica January, and I am here with Kaylin Asbury and Jada James. First of all, congrats, you guys. Great win. So, Kaylin, we'll start with you. 19 points tonight. What was working well for you tonight?
I think, we just pushing the ball up the court. That's what our coach preaches on, is us getting the ball up the court and getting fast points. And hitting free throws, just fundamental stuff.
Maranatha and Como Park have played each other since 2007. They've won every game since then. You guys finally beat them tonight. What does this win mean for your team?
This was definitely a statement win. We should have won by a lot more. We could have won by a lot more. But I'm just glad we got the win, and yeah, I'm glad we beat them, got this dub over there. You feel me?
Jada, 12 points tonight. At one point, I saw you over there with the trainer. Did something happen during that jump ball or something like that?
I had came down on my ankle wrong, and I've already hurt my ankle before, so I just kind of tweaked this. I just had to go inside and start moving it to get back and focus.
Glad to see you back in the game. Lastly, you guys dominated the offensive glass tonight. Was that something that your coach preached to you guys before the game?
Rebounding is a really big part of us because we're so small, so we really have to box out and get every ball, and I'm one of the top rebounds on our team, so I have to do what I do.
All right, you have it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Jessica January, and you're watching high school basketball.